Why you don't sound like a native Chinese speaker, even you might already pass HSK6, or you are intermediate or even advanced speaker. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of intonation of Chinese. And in fast speech, there are certain sounds that change, are connected or eliminated when you start speaking quickly. When I say fast speech, I'm not talking about speaking super fast. I'm talking about speaking regularly the way native speakers speak. I know some people might say Chinese is a phonetic language. That's right, most of the time written form equals to spoken form. But when in daily conversation and casual speech, we reduce change sounds in a certain point of pattern, so they are not pronounced exactly the way they are written in pinyin. And I feel words contraction maybe happens in every single language.
I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Because in Chinese, just take this sentence as an example. 你等一下干嘛? This is perfectly fine to say it in this way, but when I speak with my friend, my family, I probably will reduce it to 你等一下干嘛? The whole sentence sounds a little bit run up together, especially the combination 等一下. These three characters is contracted like a whole word. 等一下干嘛? I will talk a little bit more about this sentence. I think a lot of us native speakers are not even aware of that. When in a casual conversation, we kind of getting lazier to put so much effort on each word of the whole sentence. We don't support our voice like what I'm doing right now. This is just how majority of us talks in fast speech. Okay, I'm not encouraging you to speak like that if you are a beginner or at the lower intermediate level of Chinese. For beginner to intermediate, if you want to sound more natural, I can't emphasize it more. Pinyin and tones is something you really should spend a lot of time on. For the topic I want to talk about today, reductions or tones change comes naturally when you reach that level. The reason I make this video, I think it's important to let you know this characteristic at the early stage of learning Chinese, so you can listen closely what you are truly hearing in real daily conversation. I'm not talking about people speaking with a dialect. And I'm not talking people speaking with a strong accent. I'm talking about people actually speak standard Mandarin in real conversation, and people talk in movies and TV shows. Because if you really listen, you will notice that we change sound, distress sound. If you are at the stage of perfecting your language skills, getting those natural native speakers habit, this is something you can working on.
Fight.
Okay, this is something I find out. The distress of the sound or change or contract of the sound usually happens in two or more characters combination. When characters combine together, the initial of the second and the third character of the combinations are reduced or changed. If this is a three-character set, you will distress more of the initial of the second character more than the initial of the third character. But there are some exceptions like 儿化音. I will talk about this later as well. The change only happens when it combines with other characters. And those combination sets combines together becomes a sentence. There are some tips. When the initial is 西, try say 一 instead of it. When the initial is 知, 吃 or 诗, try say instead of it. If you want to sound more like a northerner, or you just simply distress the sound. And the intonation of Chinese does not rise or fall as American English or British English, unless you want to make an emphasis on certain words. The whole sentence sounds more relatively flat. Okay, let's go over some examples. Take the one I just mentioned. 你等一下干嘛? There are three sets in this sentence. 你 is a set. 等一下 is a three-character set. 干嘛 is a two-character set. 你等一下干嘛 becomes 你等一下干嘛? Change the sound of 西 to 一. 等一下, 等一下. It's actually not even sound like a 一下. I'm overpronouncing it just so you can hear it's not 等一下. Also in this sentence, this stress 嘛, the second character of this set. 嘛干嘛? 你等一下干嘛? Another example, 这是什么东西? 这是 is a two-character set. 什么 is a set. 东西 is a set. In fast speech, 这什么东西啊? 是 becomes 日. 这日. 东西 becomes 东西. 这什么东西啊? 他是美国人. 他是 is a set. 美国人 is a set. 他是 becomes 他是美国人 becomes 美国人。Distress the g sound of 国，他是美国人。我不知道 can be a whole set. 我不知道 我不知道 If you want to sound like a northerner, then you can change the 之 becomes 我不知道 Or for me, I would just distress the 之 sound. 我不知道 A little similar to 日 as well, but not that obvious with northern accent. 我不知道 And 这个多少钱这个 is a set. 多少 is a set. 钱 is a set. 这多少钱这多少钱这个 becomes 这 The 个 sound seems to be swallowed. 多少 becomes 多少这多少钱这多少钱但是我不想去但是我不想去当然我不想去是 becomes 想 becomes 养但是我不想去 And talking about sound reduction, we must have 儿化音 in the list. This is something you must reduce, not like previous set. For example, 你去哪儿 reduce to 你去哪儿等会儿 reduce to 等会儿哥们儿 reduce to 哥们儿I know it's overwhelming. The difference might not be apparently by you right now, but the tones is not coming to you overnight, right? As long as you keep listening. So I hope you find this video is useful. If you do, give me a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'm Xiaolu.